Hey guys, what's going on? Robert Warshak here, and we're going to be going over and taking a look at a deck that we always come back to every once in a while, especially now that we're playing a little bit of Wild this month, and that's going to be the Discard Warlock, or the Disco Lock, for those of you who like to spice it up. So the point of this deck is basically play the Warlock quest, complete it, and get the Nether portal and create a bunch of imps. For those of you who are unfamiliar with how we do kind of our deck reviews, we're going to take a look at the deck. I'm going to describe what I have in here, and then from there we're going to head in some games. You're going to see the deck in action, you're going to see how I play it, and me explain why I do what I do. For those of you who just want to go straight into the games, I'll have like a little link in the bottom in the comment section that takes you right to it. For those of you who want a deck breakdown, we're going to be doing that right now. So without further ado, we have the Warlock question here. Of course, this is the point of the deck. It's basically what all of the other cards revolve around to complete this as fast as possible. For those of you unfamiliar with what the Nether portal does, it's a 5-mana card, and when you play it, it goes onto the board, and at the end of your turn, you create 2 3/2 imps, and that does it for the remainder of the game, and there's no way to get rid of the portal. Once it's on the board, that's it. It doesn't go anywhere. It does take up a unit spot, so the max units you can have on the board, or minions you can have on the board, are 6 instead of 7. Looking down here, we have Malchezaar's Imp. This is probably one of the better cards in the deck when it comes to draw. The fact that whenever you discard a card, you draw a card keeps it so you basically are able to cycle through, and discarding doesn't feel as bad. So for example, if you have Malchezaar's Imp on the board and you play Cataclysm, you're going to be able to basically redraw your entire hand back, from what I've seen. On top of that, you can also combo the Malchezaar's Imp with cards like the Soularium. So for example, this is going to draw you 3 cards, and those cards at the end of the turn get discarded if you don't use them, but then you actually draw 3 cards that you keep instead. And then there's a lot of cards in that deck that when discarded, they actually have an ability that they go back to your hand. Looking at Clutchmother, looking at the High Priestess, and looking at Silverware Golem, which we'll cover when we get to Shriek. 1 mana, discard your lowest cost card, deal 2 damage to all their minions. A lot of the cards in this deck, discarding the lowest one isn't really a big deal. You're discarding like Malchezaar's Imps, Clutchmothers, and things of that nature. So just a really good early game AoE spell. Soulfire, again, 1 mana, deal 4 damage. It can be on a minion or it can go face. You discard a card. The Soularium, one of the really power cards in the deck, in my opinion. Drawing 3 cards is huge. Most of the time you're going to be able to play those if you want, or if you don't want to play them, you can combo, like I said, with Malchezaar's Imp, or the cards that you discard can be cards that combo from being discarded themselves, which we'll cover again when we get to Clutchmother. Whenever you discard this, give it +2/+2 and return it to your hand. So for example, if she gets discarded with the Soularium, she'll actually come back to your hand. She'll be a 2 mana 4/4. Defile, again, this is just one of the best AoEs in the game, in my opinion. Probably one of the best design AoEs. This card is just, it doesn't really get better than this. This card's just amazing. Tiny Knight of Evil, 2 mana, 3/2. Whenever you discard a card, it gets +1/+1 in stats. We discard a lot of cards. This card can get quite out of hand. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a way to fit 2 of these guys in. I only currently have 1. 1 seems to be enough because of the early game that we have. There's a lot of removal in the deck as is, and there's just a lot of creatures. So, you know, not playing 2 Tiny Knights isn't really the biggest of deals. Reckless Diretroll, 3 mana, 2/6, really good stats. It has Taunt as well. Battlecry, discard your lowest costing card. Again, being able to discard basically this Clutchmother is really important, because it just keeps coming back to your hand and gets bigger and bigger each time. Silverware Golem, if you discard this minion, summon it. Again, really, really good with cards like the Soularium, really good with any like cards like Reckless. If Silverware is the lowest costing card, you discard it, it actually gets summons, free 3/3 on board. It's just Silverware Golem combos with almost everything in the deck. Cataclysm, this is basically for those really, really nice early games. So you go like, you know, turn 1 Lakkari Sacrifice, or maybe Malchezaar's Imp, or maybe even hold the Imp for the Cataclysm if you have coin. Either way, well, most of the time when you play this on turn 3 or 4, depending on when you have coin and if you tap or not, again, each game is going to be different. Who you're playing against is going to be different. So when you use Cataclysm is going to be different. But basically, you play Cataclysm and you discard 6 cards right off the bat, and you complete the quest immediately, and then you follow up on turn 5 by playing the Nether portal. So really, really, really good card, and probably what makes the early game like really easy with this deck. Like without Cataclysm, you normally complete the quest around turn 6 or 7. With Cataclysm, you can complete it as early as turn 3 or 4. High Priestess, Taunt and Lifesteal, 4 mana, 3/4, and when you discard this, add 2 copies of it to your hand. So you can just go infinite with this card. You can just basically fill up your entire hand full of Princess, High Princess, and it's just, or High Priestess. My bad. I've been calling her Princess this whole time. Comments are going to yell at me. Rob doesn't know what the cards do. He's just making up names again. Lakkari Felhound, 4 mana, 3/8. Again, huge stats, but it does have a battle cry, which is discard 2 random cards. Normally that's bad, but in this deck it's really good. So just super solid card. Plus it's a demon. Blood Queen, 5 mana, 1 sticks, lifesteal, has +1 attack for each card you've discarded this game, so this doesn't need to be in your hand to get buffed. She just has these stats regardless whenever you draw her or play her, and also, yeah, just super good. The lifesteal is amazing, and we normally do take quite a bit of damage in this deck, so being able to heal up through the Blood Queen is pretty nice. Doomguard, again, 5 mana, 5/7, charge, battlecry, discard 2 random cards. Discarding, again, we're just going to keep seeing this over and over and over again, and a 5/7 demon's insane. Soulwarden, this is kind of some refill, 6 mana, 6/6, battlecry, add 3 random cards you discarded this game to your hand. So we could basically, sometimes you can go infinite. If you've discarded Soulwarden, you can bring back Soulwarden with Soulwarden, and then you can just keep playing Soulwardens every turn, and they bring back more Soulwardens. Most of the time that doesn't happen, but you know, it happens sometimes, but most of the time when you play her, you get some good stuff back. Twisting Nether, 8 mana, clear the board, is really, really good in the later stages of the game. So this deck has 4 like really big AoEs. You have 2 Cataclysms and 2 Twisting Nethers. So if you're playing against a deck that throws up on the board a lot, you do have a lot of answers. Lord Jaraxxus. I don't see how I couldn't have played Lord Jaraxxus in this deck, because not only some games do you get the Nether portal out where you get the free 2/3/2 imps at the end of every turn, we also now can play Jaraxxus and we can pay 2 mana and get a 6/6 every turn. So for basically 2 mana, we're generating a 6/6 and 2 3/2s every single turn, and you know, a lot of decks just can't deal with that kind of value. I want to say almost every single deck cannot deal with that. So they either have to kill you through like burn, or they've got to have cards on board. But if you have Jaraxxus out and you have the Nether portal out, your opponent's going to die probably within 2 to 3 turns if they can't keep dealing with the board. And then Mal'Ganis, we've mentioned that there are quite a few other demons in the deck, especially the imps that come out of the Nether portal. Mal'Ganis, your other demons have 2/2, which is really, really solid, and then your hero is immune, which is insane. So they actually have to kill this card first before they can even hit your hero. So this card is just super good, and it was hard for me not to put him in this deck. So with that, you could be like, okay, there's 2 cards in this deck that Rob, why don't you run? Why don't we run Hellfire, and why don't we run the Soulstone, or the Spellstone for the Warlock for the extra healing? There's not a lot of ways to damage yourself to upgrade that Spellstone. Spellstone, normally we run like the Lackey, right? Or we run Hellfire to do it. In this case, I didn't really find a good spot to be able to fit it in there. If you guys have recommendations or a better list that worked out for you, that you do run those cards, fill me in. But this deck list actually performed really well for us. And with that, let's head into the games. If this deck does do well for you guys and you have a lot of fun playing it, throw an upvote or a KekXD in the comment section below. It tells me you like the video, you like this format, and you had a good time with it. So with that, let's head into the games and enjoy, guys. My Taco Bell order is $10.50. My Chipotle order is $6.69. And that's the only thing I had to eat yesterday. That's the only thing. I don't eat breakfast. I don't eat lunch. I had that. I ate that burrito at 5:30 at night, and it lasted me, and it'll last me today until about 6 o'clock. So wow, I don't eat for a full 24 hours. That's pretty impressive. I'm like fasting and I don't even know it. Yeah, because today's bike ride day. Today's cardio bike ride. So we're gonna bike ride today, and then I'm gonna go get a burger with fries, and then drink lots of beer because it's the weekend. Yeah, I had to make a new, we had to make some certain changes in lifestyle choices. Drinking will only occurs on weekends now. Friday, Saturday, Sunday is the days that we can drink. There's no veggies on that burrito. That burrito consists of brown rice, chicken, and cheese. That's the only things. That was the only thing in that burrito. Nothing more, nothing less. But they put on a hell of a lot of cheese. It makes it basically look like spaghetti. All right, so I need to discard 6 cards, and if I have next turn, I'll have 7 cards. So if I want to get that done by that time, I have to tap here, and next turn I coin Cataclysm. Okay, so what you're saying is you're actually a reptile. You're a snaky boy. You're a sneaky snake. Yeah, kind of, but snake? How am I a snake? So this is when I can coin. So if I coin and then play a card, there'll be 6 cards. Yeah, so I do this and then this. Could I have waited a turn and then played the imp and then used Cataclysm? I don't think the imp's effect takes effect if he's dead. We'll try it one of the future games. You eat one big meal and that's it. Well, yeah, once a day, but snakes don't even eat, like... Snakes eat, like 1 day is too fast for snakes. Snakes eat, like, what, once a week? I don't think I could do that. It does? Alright, I should have waited a turn then. Because against priests, like, I just have the time, you know? Boom bada boom ba 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 boom bada boom ba. This quest gets done really quickly. Like, we get it by turn 4 or 5 most games. It's insane. That's a pretty deep dish board, man.
Feeble soul.
I probably should have traded. You're streaming early, dude. It's 9. You're streaming early on this early? Or am I just bugging? You're bugging the hell out, dude. I don't never stream this early. I don't think I've streamed before 12 o'clock in months. Or at least 12 o'clock my time. It's just last night I didn't get to stream because of class and I had a really bad headache. So I woke up. I was able to be, I was able to go to bed earlier. Well, earlier than I normally go to bed. I went to bed around like 2 instead of like 6.
Tonight, a tale of glorious redemption.
Do not be fooled. This is not Rob. This is an automated voice messaging system. Woo woo. It might just be better to nether this board. Because we're going to have to trade. We're going to kill. Yeah, I'm just going to nether this board, right? Whatever, dude. Like, now Barnes is in the pool of stuff. And now I get to play Mal'Ganis. Maybe I don't want to play Mal'Ganis. Oh, man. Because if I play Mal'Ganis, he's just going to die to this fucketry. Alright, hopefully he doesn't discard Mal'Ganis. Motherfuck. I just signed the employment contract for my new job. Nice, Whip. What you doing now, bud? What's the job? What we up to? What big things are popping? Hopefully I can Soulwarden back on Mal'Ganis. I mean, we're playing against the best deck in the game right now, so I really didn't expect to win. I mean, I don't expect to win, but everything dies. Constant pressure. Psychic Scream. If he does that, I feel terrible. It's actually not that big of a deal. Boop, 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 boop. I don't want to play the Soularium because if I draw Lord Jaraxxus, I won't be able to play him. Junior software engineer. Nice, Whip. Nice. Whipping himself up a new job. That's what you like to hear. Good job, Whip. Oh my god.
I must consider.
Oh my god. Hopefully the song is not too scary. Uh-oh. Plays Rage. Alright, cool.
Only 7 minions, pal.
Oh, this Jaraxxus counts as a minion? Damn, I had no idea.
From divine.
I only have 5 cards left in my deck. But we have the portal and a... So we basically get a 6/4 and a 6/6 every single turn. But if he mass reses, I kind of get beat. Oh my god. Somehow we're still in this. I mean, every turn we're putting up like a fairly sizable board presence, so. Hopefully next turn we don't draw any important cards, and I'll be able to Cataclysm. Alright, perfect. So this is good. Or should I save this for when he mass resurrects? I should probably save it for when the mass resurrection happens, right? Because Cataclysm was going to make 2 more of these, so I'll have 4 of these, and I'll have another one of these.
Tonight, a tale of long-lost world.
Barnes.
Free of that blasted tower.
Okay. That's all you can do? That's all you can do? Peasant.
Behold,
You're going to have to get good, boy. mongrel. You mere resurrect priest. I have infinite imps and infinite whatever this guy is. Dread Infernal? Infernal. Not even Dread Infernal, just Infernal. Light Bomb, you think you've done well. Little does this guy know. I've got true power waiting. Yeah. Play a minion, summon a free minion, summon 2 more minions. Now what are you gonna do? Yeah, forehead. Must be embarrassing to lose to this deck. It must feel terrible to play the best deck in the game and lose to a deck that's not even ranked on the tier system. Like, I mean, technically he hasn't lost. You would think. Let's get it. Glad I saved that Cataclysm. Oh, I would have lost if I would have used it earlier. I don't know if it was worth playing the 6/6 or not. Playing this was probably better. What are you gonna do? Psychic Scream? You gonna put all these cards back into my deck? I bet you won't, boy. That's it? You already used your Eternal Servitudes. Okay. Alright, this could hit me in the face. Let's go, baby. He already played 2 Mass Resurrections. He's played Light Bomb already. He hasn't used Psychic Scream, but if he does, then I guess he could win. He could go like Psychic Scream. No. Yeah, Psychic Scream, heal, and then he would play Mass Resurrection the following turn. Oh, man. What up, Abs? Alright, let's hope he doesn't play Mass Resurrect now. Alright, that's not going to be enough. Playing TFT2? What do you mean, Abs? Bum, 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 ba-dum. It's so boring to view. It all depends. If you don't play the game, then yeah, it's pretty boring, right? But if you play the game, probably pretty fun to learn to get better. For example, Deku, like, he's a mod, but he doesn't really care about Hearthstone. He'll pop in occasionally, but if I'm playing TFT, Deku's here almost the entire time. So, it just depends on what you're playing. Like, I don't expect every viewer to watch every game that I play all the time. Because not everybody likes those kinds of games, which is why I like to mix it up, you know? We'll play some standard Hearthstone, we'll play some wild Hearthstone, we'll do some casting, we'll play some TFT. You know what I mean? Alright, what do you have, Priest? Is this your final turn? Is this the final nail into the priest coffin, which you'll never resurrect from again? Is this... Uh-oh. Oh, he got, oh my god, he got 3 of the best... Oh my god, he got like 3 of the best units. Uh-oh. Alright, this has to kill a minion that I haven't attacked with. Fuck, it killed a minion that I did attack with. I only have 9 damage now. I think it's safe for me to go ahead and like this should be a safe play. Uh-oh. He's playing this quickly. He hit Rag again. So I guess I should have hero powered. Oh my god. I mean, I guess I go face. All right. Oh god. This is insane. Mass Dispel. This game's insane. I'll probably post this regardless of winning or losing. Spirit Lash. Eternal. Picks Rag. Either Rag or... Nah, he could go with the taunt. Goes with the taunt. That's fine. I'm taking 10 to the face, right? Oh, I don't have to take 10 to the face. Alright, cool. I could probably win this then. As long as Rag doesn't kill my... As long as Rag doesn't kill my 6-5. Just Rag hits anything but the 6-5. Like, or face. I need to hit it. It needs to hit a 3-1. No. That's bad. I'm dead. That's unfortunate. The 6-5 had to live. Well, that was really close. I'll post this anyway. But very close. Because we take 3 on the... We take 3 from fatigue. So he just has to end turn here. Ooh, very close, very close. I would have been so surprised if we would have won that.